Yeah, just since this is becoming so dirt ugly, I do have to comment on some things that are happening, and it's insane. And we should not go into take these steps against somebody. We're not in any kind of a privileged spot. Europe as a civilization is at its worst or like for a while, for as long as I can remember. And it just tells you how things can change. And it's embarrassing to see, and it's and I'm wondering if like Russians can send like a little warning somewhere in France, just burn a pile of grass or something, just to ask them, where do you want us to send you something, so that you can feel, how we feel. And like Russian soldiers don't even want to go, like they're like, like, what are we doing? Is this the world we live in, where we have to go and die in some war over Ukraine, like whatever, tomorrow, like we gave them Ukraine, like they're not looking to invade Ukraine. They were just looking to protect themselves, and nobody seems to want to just understand this simply. And now everybody's like protecting themselves against Russia. Like they're just copying each other. Like they're some kind of freaks. They create a show and then they star in it and then they disappear. And I'm serious. They should be sent. Like European leaders should be sent to like islands, like Napoleon. And it's insane. Why do they just want? Why? They're just so insecure about themselves that they have to create something over which now they have some kind of a bastion of moral, over Putin. Putin is the enemy. Like this guy is like, we have to go to Europe. Now Russia is like going to have to turn into an army, and this wasn't the intention. This war has been dragging on forever. I thought it was going to end like they can, and they just don't want to. They're like, okay, here, Carl, think about it, Carl. We're moving slowly. They're moving slow. So it's like unbelievable, and these guys are panicking. I don't know why they're panicking. They started. They can end it whenever they want to, but they don't want. And it has to be because of money. I mean, there's nothing else that makes sense. And as I said, like money is like, if you make somebody poor, and all these deals that like on weapons, if US decides to sell weapons to Europe, that's not a good deal. Okay, that's it's gonna make somebody poor. It's gonna make you rich, and neither is good. You can't be rich and the poor also. You don't want to import. So it's like a double no. You don't want to make anybody else poor. Why would you want to make anybody else poor? That's all inhumanity. Here, we're witnessing in the heart of our civilization, we're witnessing like these kinds of moves that benefit nobody, that nobody benefits from. And it's just insane to see. It's sad. It's like disappointing, really, that we can't even make these steps. I thought European Union was going to be like the uniting force. The force that unites like many countries into like one. There's going to be no more border disputes. Anybody can live wherever they want. Who cares? Just build up over there anything. Put anything over there to live. I mean, everybody prefers their own country, so it's like we couldn't provide the basics. We brought war to them, and now they're coming, looking for a normal place to live, and we're saying no, you can't come here. It's crazy. It's crazy what we do, and we don't even understand this. So it's truths. All these wars should end as quickly as possible, and everybody affected should be handled with care and brought back in peace. If they want to coexist with each other, they have to. I mean, this is how we learn from one another. We cannot bring each other to levels of hate in which we cannot coexist. So, because it's unnecessary and it's punished. It's very much a sin, and it's a terrible sin. And who started it is people who couldn't live with each other. Somewhere there in that region where there is a war, some people couldn't live with other people because they were Russian, and these guys wanted to speak Russian. These guys wouldn't let them speak Russian. They wanted, their institutions. It's like borderline. They were all Russian. I mean, it was all Soviet Union. So some of the people were there, and and it's crazy. Do you see how crazy that is? It's Nazi crazy. That's why Russians said it's we're trying to exterminate the Nazis, because they were throwing Russians out of Ukraine, their homes where they lived all their lives. They didn't really move there. They've just been there. It's kind of all Russia.